uh, what is the exact meaning of machine learning. Uh, so now it is a branch of artificial intelligence that allows the applications uh, to behave in an intelligent manner without being explicitly programmed, and they are basically making applications to take the decision on their own based on whatever the data sets that is available with them. Okay, so there are many applications available for this, like say developing spam mail detectors, self-driven cars, speech recognition, face recognition, and all these type of applications can be developed with the help of this machine learning concept, which comes under the branch of artificial intelligence. And there are many companies which are putting efforts in R&D so that these type of smart algorithms or applications can be developed. And Google is one of the leader company which is having their own one of the spam classification in Google Mail, then news labeling in the Google News, and other type of such things. Like for example, Amazon is using the recommender system, wherein you are able to get the recommendation based on the previously purchased item from the Amazon. So there are many frameworks such as R, Python, Apache, Mohoth, and Weka. All these tools can be used for these purposes. So now types of machine learning algorithms. So there are three types: supervised, unsupervised, and recommender system. So one by one we are going to see what is the meaning of supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, and the recommender system. Okay, now in this section we are going to learn about the supervised machine learning algorithm, that is linear regression and logistic regression. Okay, so supervised machine learning का concept क्या है? The meaning of supervised machine learning is like there is say student and teacher, and teacher is always available with student to supervise, to make all the necessary corrections if that student is uh, going towards the wrong direction. So that means there is someone who can supervise. In the same way, here there will be some data which is getting trained, and based on that, the your experiment data will be predicting the results of the future. So there are basically two types: linear regression and the logistic regression. So the linear regression is used for predicting or forecasting the values based on the historical information, and it is the supervised machine learning technique. As we know that the machine learning algorithm which are having certain data which is trained, that is called as a supervised machine learning technique. And here there is a relationship between the target variable and the explanatory variable. So clearly there is a target variable which is your real data, and the explanatory variable, that means you are going to train certain data based on the algorithm. Okay, so it is the task of predicting the target values, target variable values in the numerical form. Okay, so here the variables that are going to be predicted are considered to be the target, and the variables that are going to help predicting the target variables are called as the explanatory variable. So that means there is certain data which you are providing as a training data, and based on that training data, the machine learning algorithm or the linear regression will be able to predict on the real data what is what. Okay, so with this relationship we can identify the impact of change on the explanatory variable based on the target variable. So mathematically, if you want to put them, you can use the equation y is equal to ax plus e, and it is nothing but the line of it is the equation of line. So here the slope of the regression line is denoted by a is equal to n summation xy minus summation of x into summation of y whole divided by n into summation x square minus summation x whole square. Okay, so the intercept point of the regression is given by e, that is summation of y minus b into summation of x divided by whole divided by n, where n is the total number of values and x and y are the variables from the data set. Okay, so suppose you have this x and y as shown in the table. Say these are some of the data points from the data, wherein there is a x-axis and y-axis. If we have a new value x, we can get the value of y with the help of this regression formula. Okay, so based on this, suppose you have certain values. Okay, suppose you have certain values like this, and you can use these values to train and to predict this value. Okay, why? Because you have trained the data based on this x and y axis. Now based on these values, you can easily predict this value by putting or by using this type of functions. Okay, so applications of linear regression include sale forecastings, okay, then predicting the product price and many other things which are used by the many online platforms. Then logistic regression, so it is again the statistical or logit regression, and it is the probabilistic classification model which classifies the data, and it is used extensively in numerous disciplines including the medical and social science fields, so that you can use it for the purpose of segregation of the data. Okay, so multidimensional logistic regression deals with the situation where the outcomes can have three or more possible types. Okay, so you can use this logistic regression using these type of functions. So to predict the log odds ratio, we can use the formula log it to p is equal to beta of 0 plus beta of 1 into x1 plus beta 2 into x2, and likewise up to beta n into xn. And the probability formula goes like p is equal to e raised to power log it to p divided by 1 plus e raised to power log it of p. Okay, so this is the function, that is, it is the logit of p is a linear function for the explanatory variable, which is similar to linear regression. So the output of this function will be in always in the range of 0 and 1, and based on the probability score, if that probability score is greater than 0.5, it will be considered 1. Otherwise, if it is below 0.5, it can be considered as a 0. So they can be used to classify the boundary of the outcome variable. Okay, so the predicting figure is of the training data set, and based on the training data set, we can say using this type of model in